Uh-huh. Yes, a certain gentleman called Bartholdi. And the Statue of Liberty was a gift of the French to the Americans in 1883, just to commemorate the American independence in 1776. So, but the artist has been, first of all, doing a couple of prototypes here in Paris, and also the huge statue, once it was, well, decided that it should have the scale that it has, was once set up downtown Paris. So we have very interesting pictures, photographs taken, where the Statue of Liberty, which is now in America, is situated in Paris. So it is very interesting because it looks like a photo montage, but it is not, of course, because it was thereafter immediately dismantled and shipped over the Seine River to Le Havre, where your ship is lying tonight, or today rather, and then over to New York. Oh yes?
Yes, her arm wasn't doing too well, so they closed it down,
Oh yeah?
at least the arm part.
Uh-huh.
And they,
Oh oui. Oh oui.
oh, there's the Eiffel Tower right there.
Yes, we are now coming closer to the Eiffel Tower, but you can already see also the Statue of Liberty lifting up her arm in front of the Eiffel Tower to the left-hand side in the middle of the bridge, which is coming up. You can see a bridge, the next bridge, where the white bus is going, and just behind you see something like a Statue of Liberty, a small one, yes. But you can see her
Oh, I see her.
when we are going to be very close. It's a model 1/10 of the real one, you know, it's small.
Ours isn't very big either, really. When, of course, it's right in the middle of the harbor, and there's all kinds of huge buildings around, so it looks smaller than it really is.
Yes, and you know, in order to give a nice setting to the Statue of Liberty, we also built small Manhattan here, you see?
Oh, yes, you did.
Well, in fact, you know, this was a fashion in the 1960s. Everybody wanted to have high-rise buildings, but they stopped doing it. And since 1973, not a single high-rise building, and not a single in Paris, after the terrible Tower of Montparnasse, which was a scandal in this very beautiful traditional classical town. And this is why now not a single building exceeds 26 meters, which is, well, not even 100 feet, you know, less than 100. Here we are, our Statue of Liberty and the Eiffel Tower, which was supposed to be pulled down at the latest in 1909, in fact, you know. It was set up in 1889 to commemorate the 100th birthday of the French Revolution, you know. 1889, and 1889 also was the date of one of the major world fairs in Paris. We had world fairs starting in 1855 until 1937, and the one of 1889 was one of the very important ones. And this is why the city wanted to have something outrageously modern and new. And so Gustav Eiffel, who had been a railway bridge engineer, thought that it would be a very nice idea to use his techniques he had been already using to build a railway bridge, or several, in fact, he had already been doing, to build this tower. And you can see that the ground level, the ground floor level of the Eiffel Tower still looks like a railway bridge that has been folded. You can see it when you stand in front of it, and when you see that the lower part is made of 4 arches, like this, you know. And then of course he built this huge tower which amounts to something like 900 feet, which was the highest tower in the world when it was set up. But it did not remain very long the highest tower, because already the Woolworth Tower 1913 was a bit bigger, and then there was also the Chrysler Building in New York in 1926, and then of course the Eiffel Tower was still an attraction, but no longer the highest tower of the world.
These little boats, people live
Yes,
on them?
these little boats are boats to our side of the river where people live on, and on the other side of the river they allow you to go on very nice river cruises, lunch cruises and dinner cruises and just cruises for an hour. Very nice. Yes, and now you can see that the first level of the Eiffel Tower looks like a railway bridge which has been folded. And so it is made of 18,000 bits and pieces, metal pieces, that have been put together with 2.5 million rivets. And they were very quick in building it. It only took 2 years of doing it, which was very quick in those years. And of course it could become rusty, so it has to get a new paint every 7 years. And this is why it had been a little bit more orange at one time, more brownish at some other time, a little bit more greenish at different periods, and so